Okay, in this video I'm going to cover the domain for sale template. So I'm going to just show this example that's already here. It says this domain is for sale.com. So I'm just going to open this in a new tab so we can see it. And so this is the domain, and you can see it says for sale. You're going to see it says this domain is for sale.com, and you're going to see some text. Now this is actually a default text copy that you can change from the master settings. This is actually the name of the post title. So these are auto-populated. This text here is the content of your WordPress post editor, so that can be changed simply by typing in the post editor. This right here is a menu system, and so I actually have assigned a menu, but by default there's no menu here. But this uses the WordPress menu system to allow you to add sponsored links to the template. So it's kind of a neat feature where you can monetize your for sale templates to your liking. There's also a contact us button and a make an offer button. And on these, you can just go ahead and change the URLs. They do inherit the master URL. So in the general settings, if you had a contact page and if you had a buy page or some listing, or maybe it's a portfolio that you have on another site, you can just link it. But on a per domain basis, you can go in and change these links as well. There's also a disclosure notice, copyright notice, and privacy and contact. These values are all set in the master settings, but they can be changed per template. So I'm just going to show you the per template stuff first. So if I go into settings, you will see that there are all these different things here. This is the contact URL, the buy now URL, privacy and terms links. There are the username, ClickBank ID. Now here's contact button and make an offer button. So maybe by default you don't want anybody to make an offer. You could just go in here and type buy now, and it's going to change on this page. So if I go in here and say buy now, and I go back and click save changes, and I reload, you're going to see that that button says buy now. Okay, so that just changed every button for every template that I have for sale. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to change it back to make offer. This is for the master settings. There's also privacy and contact links, and this is the for sale template title. So just to say, show you, like, see how this is 1 exclamation point? I'm changing it to 3 exclamation points. I'm going to go in here and reload, and that changes every description here. So you may have a different call to action. You may have a different language that you want to use. You may have another use for this I can't even think of, but you can control the text for that and for the buttons from the general settings page or the local settings page, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to change this back to what it was. Click on Save Changes. Now if I wanted to make a new domain, so I'm going to click on Add a Domain. And just as an example, I'm going to choose a domain called Dog Training Supplies. I'll just say Dog Training Supply Depot, because I'm sure that other one is not available. .com. Don't know if it's available. I'm just using it as an example. Now I'm going to leave the text blank for right now. You're going to see the different templates. You're going to want to choose the domain for sale template. So that's highlighted by default because I assume most people are going to use the domain for sale template by default. So it's set to the default. And then for organizational purposes, I'm going to click on for sale. If I want, I can add a tag. So I could say it's dog niche as a tag. I could say it's registered at GoDaddy, right? And I can just click on add, and those 2 tags are added. Now I'm just going to click on publish, and then I'm just going to use this to view it in another window. I'm going to right click, open a new tab, and you're going to see it says for sale, dog training supply depot.com, contact us and make an offer. Apologize, I still am fighting a cold here. Now if I want to add in some text, I could just type in some text like, this is great for the dog niche. Buy it now for, $99.95, right? I'm just throwing in a price. And I'm going to click on update. And if I do that and reload, you're going to see the text right here is automatically added. If I want, I can add in bullets. So I could do bullet 1. And I just use the WordPress bullet 2, bullet 3, right? Click on update, go back here, reload, all the bullets are added. So you can very easily change the description, add in features, and so forth. Now you notice the price. I want to cover the price. So We don't automatically add the price by default to the niche for a couple of reasons, to the template for a couple of reasons. However, we do want you to go in and add a price here if you're using our portfolio shortcode, or you want to be listed using our RSS feed system, which is coming in a future date. So the price for now, so I just type in $99.95, and if I click on save, then that updates in the system and it will show your price in our portfolio shortcode. And I can show you that in another video where we cover the shortcodes. But just want to say, you should add the price if you do want to list this in more than one place. So you can add in a new buy now URL or contact URL. If you're listing this on an outside domain service like Flippa or Sea-Doo or GoDaddy, you can just link directly to the page there and it'll automatically change the buy now button to that link. I should remind you that there's tooltips here that will show as well, so you can use the tooltips to show, to learn exactly what each thing is for. Now, what else do I want to show you here? Let me just go through. We have the general settings. You can change the copyright notice, the affiliate disclaimer. You can disable the counter, the cookie consent notice, the network ad, and so forth. The custom menu is what I want to show you. So you notice how there is no menu here, but on my demo there was a menu. So we have a very unique system which lets you create your own niche menus. So I'm going to go in and type in my affiliate links 1, which is my default affiliate link menu that comes with the plugin, and you can see it automatically added here. But if you're doing dog training supplies, then you probably want a dog niche menu. So maybe you have some dog affiliate programs you want to link off to, or maybe you have other dog training related domains for sale. Well, you can list those here. So what I actually did was I created a menu called dog niche. And so I'm going to go in here and just type in dog niche and click on update. And I'm going to reload. And you're going to see it now has best dog training videos, right? This is done using the WordPress menu system. So in appearance menus, you're going to see I have dog niche. I just made this little menu here for this demo video. If I wanted to add in more pages, then I could go in here, custom links. I could add in a link. So maybe I want to link to dogtraining.com. I don't know what's on there. I'm just using an example. And a dog training tutorials, right? Dog training guides, right? I'm going to click on add to menu. I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to say this has great guides. I'm going to click on save menu. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to reload, and now you can see I have another link on there. So by doing this, you can link off, you can interlink your sites, you can add affiliate links, you can maybe perhaps sell links to other people who may want to advertise on your network of dog training domains. There's lots you can do. The other thing that you can do with this is that you can add more shortcodes. If you wanted to add Amazon products, you could use an Amazon shortcode in here. The only problem is it's not going to look that great when you do that. And one thing I want to mention is that if you have a really long domain name, obviously this is a 2-column layout, this is one column, this is another column. Because there are so many factors with domain names going from short to long, it's really hard to get the code right to make them display perfectly. So if you have a domain name that is, say, 5 characters longer than this, you're going to see it wrap around. And there's not much we can do about that at this point, but I do hope to have an option so that you can choose, so it will kind of resize the template based on the length of the domain name, but that is a very complicated thing. So for now, we have this, and you do control the size of this if you want to using custom CSS. So we'll have more tips and tricks for that as well. And I also have a video on custom CSS tricks, but you can change colors here if you want with simple little tricks. So let's just say, for example, that this for sale, you didn't like the color of this. You can right click on it. Here's the code right here. So maybe I want this to be red, right? Or pink. Maybe I like pink. I just copied that, okay? And maybe see the font size here as well. Now watch this. I'm going to copy all this little code here. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back to the MetaDomainer, edit this. I'm going to go down to custom codes, and this is CSS. If I drop this in here, okay, it can change everything. If I want to make that bigger, I can change the font size bigger. I'm going to go up here, click on update, and reload. And you now see that now it's got the pink color and it's much larger. If you like that, you can change that for all of the templates by taking that custom code like so and going back to MetaDomainer settings and going into custom functions, and site-wide you can add that code and it will appear on every template that you have and change that for sale code. In fact, that code only appears on the for sale template. But with custom CSS, custom header code, custom footer code, you can do all kinds of things to control the look and design of your templates. Now I think that covers just about everything. You can obviously control all this stuff per template or other templates. I do want to mention too that you don't have to use the for sale template for a for sale domain. You can use other templates as well. So if I go back here like so, if I want to, I can use the clean slate template. And if I use the clean slate template, I can do things like add in a shortcode for the domain title, right? I can also add in a default domain headline. And so what we do with this is that we control what this looks like. I'm just going to like this. I'm just going to center this, and I'm going to click on update. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to reload. And I now have dogtrainingsupplydepot.com. Domain is for sale. This is a great dog niche. Buy it now. So you can make your own templates using the clean slate and design and so forth. So that's kind of the overview of the for sale template. I hope it was helpful.